August newsletter, and we're on the back end of the year. I can't believe that we're actually into that final process of moving towards that December and Christmas time already. And it feels to me that for July, I'm really not quite sure where July actually went. It just seemed to disappear into the ethers. I sometimes wonder if that's what it feels like when we get old. We have that concept of time, and is time passing by so quickly? Or is it, as they say, that we are living in a time of the quickening? I had a really interesting conversation with one of my clients where she said that she felt she had folded time or bent time, so that a journey that would normally have taken maybe 20 minutes took her 10 minutes. But is that an actuality, or is it that we are physically present some of the time and not physically present other aspects of time? So we have this multidimensional aspect so that we can be really fully conscious and really consciously present in our physical body, and then we have these aspects of time when we're not fully present, when we're out in that multidimensional life, looking at what's going on, projecting our thoughts forward, projecting our personalities forward, and then coming back and thinking, wow, where did that time go? I think time has been of the essence. I think everyone is feeling the pressure of this year because we have that expectation of big things happening. On a global scale, of course, our hearts and our minds are being ripped apart. We're seeing the devastation of the events that are occurring, be it the natural events, war-inflicted events, or just the disasters, and especially when it comes to the planes that have been lost or that have crashed. And my heart really does go out to those people, the unexpectedness of it all. However, there's also the outcry of what is decent and what isn't decent, and I think that the moral compass on a global scale is certainly changing, and that's really thanks to the digital world, because events or happenings that we wouldn't have seen, that we maybe wouldn't have got embroiled in or be emotionally attached to, we are seeing those events now. So our politicians that are maybe acting in a way that is not morally right, let's say, we the people, the smaller people, we are having our say, and our say is being heard globally. So we think about what's happening again with the plane that was brought down. Would that have been something that we would have been emotionally attached to 10, 15, maybe even just 5 years ago? Yet here we are with the digital content now and the airwaves and what is being put onto the airwaves, and our thoughts and our hearts are speaking as one as to what is wrong, what is acceptable, what isn't acceptable. And we seem to be nipping things in the bud much quicker. People are having to react quicker and show that they're making good, that they are, yes, that they do have some sort of moral aspect that they want to be perceived as. I feel for me in July, I've had a real physical aspect. So I've had a dislocated hip, I've had problems with my pelvis, and again I'm really feeling that that's all my new foundation. And what has dawned on me just this week is that it's a year on the 10th of August where I decided that I really had to move on from Spirit Talk, that it was time for me to evolve and move on. This past week has been quite amazing in that coming up to that year anniversary, the content for the new website, the Phoenix Light Foundation, the faculty is coming together, the processes that we want to offer on there is coming together, and so there's been that letting go and the re-establishment. So I'm hoping that my base centre, my hips and my pelvis, that's all about creating that brand new foundation, that platform, the way that I'm going to support myself emotionally, physically and financially, and mentally is all there, it's all in place. I think for some people it's been a real clearing out. And what has been noticeable during July has been my soul seed healings. My soul seed healings are really quite different from any other healing technique. It has come from the Book of Enoch, The Book of Enoch is quite an amazing book. I wouldn't say it's an easy read by any means. And there's a great deal of esoteric knowledge and wisdom which I've been pulling on for my monthly Ascended Masters events. And there's a graphic in there which is a pyramid with extensions out to other pyramids. And it's been a really interesting process in taking people up to their soul seed pyramid and then clearing that pyramid on all levels of conscious awareness, but also including our mental, emotional, physical and spiritual. And so I've been really grateful for the clients who've been willing to go through that experimental healing, and just the reactions and just the healings that they've had have been amazing. I've also seen myself really, I suppose, becoming part of the CTV process. So the Canterbury Live shows are becoming part of my monthly schedule, going into the diary, being part of Vanessa and Lisa, the producers of the shows. They're a brand new team, and really enjoying their interaction and enjoying what it is that they want me to put out there on the airwaves. And I think that that's been a real soul searching for me from my connection previously with CTV and the many beautiful souls that passed away on the 22nd of February. But seeing them rising from that, seeing CTV becoming something different and something else. And again, in that firming up that connection with these two new production managers, producers of this show, it's setting in that new foundation and a way of working with these girls and a way of getting that message across to you, the viewer. And I'm really delighted that you've been so helpful in your feedback and your comments on those small clips. So where do we go? What is August all about? Well, here we are. I'm filming this clip on, I think it's the 7th of August already. And it's all about thought. The clients that have been coming to see me so far, you've been thinking about thinking. And is that my thought? That's been one of the questions. I've got these thoughts, Phyllis, but are they mine? Do they belong to me? So what I'm saying to you, and I have put this on my Facebook page, really be careful about the thoughts that you're putting out there. Make sure that they're of pure intent, clear intent, and focus on your thoughts, because you can manifest the most amazing things. Be really aware that if there are recurring thoughts, just ask the question, is that thought for me? Or does it belong to somebody else? So really think about your thoughts. Remember, they have form, they have meaning, they have texture, they have emotion. So we can have happy thoughts and angry thoughts, dull thoughts, lively thoughts. So think about your thoughts. What is it that you're putting out there? And are those thoughts belonging to you? If they don't belong to you, then send them back. Give them back up to the universe. Get the universe to send them back to whoever is tapping into your thought stream. It's going to be an exciting month, I feel. It's a big month for me. I'm turning 50 this month, which is a milestone in itself, so I'm delighted to get to that new phase in my life. I think being of this age, I've become a much calmer person in myself. I'm far more self-reliant. I'm far more into saving myself in a structured way. And I think that's what maturity brings. So not only is time passing by, so I've had to look at that aspect as well. Here I am at 50, the grown-up family and a 30-year-old marriage. There's all these milestones coming up. Where has the time gone, and who have I become in that time? I still feel there's a lot of me to become, so I'm looking forward to the next adventure, the next 10 years, and seeing who I'll be in when I get to that 60-year bracket, and what is that going to feel like? So it's exciting. Of course, August, we have all the usual things happening. We've got our Ascended Masters evening on the 29th of August. You're more than welcome to come along. These have been really quite phenomenal, these monthly meetings. So we're going to look at the Ascended Master Sanat Kumara, and his link, he's the planetary master teacher, and his link between the planets. So we're going to maybe explore your planet of origin, because he is from the planet Venus. So are you a Pleiades person? Are you an Arcturian? Are you from the Andromeda? Are you I don't know, anything. Where are you from? You're from Sirius. So we're going to explore our root, our soul seed self, our root race, if you like. We're also going to be looking at launching in September the very first Tree of Life workshop. And this is thanks to Rachel, beautiful Rachel, a lovely client of mine and student. She's coming to a new class this evening. And she just said, Phyllis, I think that would be great if you could put together the Tree of Life. So we're going to look at the Kabbalah and what the Tree of Life means to them. We're going to take you through a process of drawing your own Tree of Life and where you are on that journey. I've bought a beautiful new set of cards, the 72 name cards, and these are linked to the Divine, the God names, and these are linked to the Kabbalah itself. And we're going to be making our own Tree of Life, either as a pendant or a sun catcher, something that you could hang up in your window with beautiful crystals. So we've got that happening. So that is the 13th of September. So if that's something you're keen to get hold of, then please book in. And of course, today is the last day of my free wisdom channel message. So I haven't done a pull of the name yet, but big thank you to everybody who is supporting these free giveaways on a monthly basis. I'm actually having really good fun. It's great to see the hundreds of people that just link in. It's just fabulous to see how that's all working. So look out for your name coming up on the Facebook page as the winner of this month's draw. I'll look to, I think I'm going to do a Mermaid and Dolphins free draw for next month. We're going to be working with that energy tomorrow in a special healing group. So again, I'll be reporting on that in my newsletter to see what that's all about. We're going to do some earth healing and animal healing. So that's going to be a new adventure for me, and be interested to see what comes through for there. So I think the key thing for August is beware of your thoughts. Are they your thoughts, or are they somebody else's? If they're somebody else's, get your guides to take them back. And if they're your thoughts, own those thoughts, but change them. If they're not really serving a purpose, then change that thought into something that is far more supportive for you in this lifetime at this point in time. Remember to share the newsletter out and about. I get amazing feedback both on the channel itself and via the emails. I just love getting emails, especially when people do sort of come back and say, yep, actually that's been my month, thank you for sharing. People feel less isolated. And remember to subscribe. The button will be underneath here, so press subscribe and you'll automatically get an email when the next video blog is going to be coming up. So thank you for your time, thank you for your support, and enjoy this month, a lovely Leo time. So a big heads up to all the Leos, let our voices be heard, and until the next time, stay safe, stay warm, and namaste.